皆さん、こんにちは。金曜日です。インタビューデイです。今日はですね、前回もその前も来ていただいた3人の兄弟に来ていただいています。この前はですね、ジャン、だ、だ、だ、no, ジャンドゥン no, what was it? じゃ、
Dungeons.
ダンジョンドラゴンの話をしてもらいました。ダンジョンというのは何かちょっと、中世の、牢屋のような感じみたいなことだったんですけど、Can you tell me about dungeon? What is it?
Okay. Dungeons, it can mean different things. Sometimes it's used to mean like a medieval prison, like hundreds of years ago. But in the game, it usually means um like a series of passages under the ground that you can
Oh,
explore.
and under the ground.
Mhm.
Hmm. So it's not outside, but
Yeah, usually you're going into the ground. Very.
oh, I see. And then you say dragon. That means there are lots of dragons. You are dragon. I mean, as a character, you are supposed to be a dragon or a human being.
There are lots of different things that you can be, like fantasy things like elves or gnomes.
Or dragonborns.
Yeah, you can be a type of like human dragon.
Really dragonish thing. It's human-sized and like a dragon scale stuff.
Wow. But the title is Dungeon and Dragon.
Mhm.
But there are more than dragons you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Well, then, I'd like to ask you about your school, especially high school. How many minutes do you have as a break between classes?
We have about 5.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
5 minutes. Did you hear 5 minutes? In Japan, I had 10 minutes. And then, don't you have any problem when you go to bathroom if it's only 5 minutes?
Yeah, we have to I have to leave one class, go to
Yes.
the bathroom, go to my locker,
Yes.
switch out all my books and stuff, and then go to my next class.
Yeah. Can you make it every time?
No, usually I don't.
So, if you are late, teacher scolds you?
It depends on my teacher. Some of my teachers are very nice about it, and I'm like, oh, I just had to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
They say, oh, that's okay.
Mm.
But some of my teachers will write you up as late. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, then how about elementary school? How many minutes do you have between classes?
We just
You
we're
guys.
always in the same classroom.
Yep.
And we just switch classrooms. We can just go to the bathroom. Well, he usually lets us get to the bathroom unless it's something like really important, like a test.
So you mean you can go to bathroom whenever you want to?
Yeah, usually, and I don't really get any time between classes. We just go to class to class to class. Usually recess. That's
Lunchtime?
yeah, recess and lunch. I get about 30-ish minutes on lunch.
Oh, okay.
And
So it's not something like 5 minutes break between classes.
Yeah,
It's not like that. Yeah.
and also I don't really have any school books. He has them.
Oh.
There's also another break. It's
Yep.
still learning, but it's also like a different program. There's PE, physical education, means like running around, exercising, stuff like that. And we have it in this place where it's the only place in the building that you're allowed to run.
Oh.
Gym.
Yeah, the gym.
Yeah.
And then on Tuesdays I have media, which just means library. Library.
You mean Tuesday all day long you go to a library?
No. It's the specials. It's the specials.
So they do that. So they do regular classes, and then they go to a special thing every day.
Yeah, and
Oh.
then Wednesday I have music.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Then I have art. Then I have STEM, which actually stands for science.
Yes.
Technology,
Yeah,
science, technology,
engineer, and no, engineering, and math.
Oh.
Sometimes they add in art and it becomes STEAM.
Steam.
So when they add in art, it becomes STEAM.
because there's an A in it's like an
Oh, I thought steam, like, well, it comes out from the. Oh, I see. Well, then I'd like to ask you about the report you are working on. You said, not here, but well, when we had just conversation before we started filming, she said she has to write 5 or 7 pages
5 to
report. Yeah, would you tell us about that?
It is in my history class. We are doing 5 to 7 page written report
Mm.
on pretty much anything, a chosen topic, between certain time periods.
Yeah.
We do it for most of the semester and then turn it in at the end.
Yes. So this time at the end means which month? May?
January, February, March, April, May. Late May. Yeah.
Oh, May.
Yeah.
I see. Well, have you decided the title?
No, not yet.
Then, do you have some idea which direction you're going? For instance, king and queen, or like a people, peasant, or like a soldier, or what kind of thing you are thinking about?
I really don't know.
With your topic yet?
Yeah, I haven't come up with my topic at all.
Oh.
I've been considering a few, but none of them are really interesting.
I see. Well, is there any deadline you have to decide? I mean, the outline of what you're going to do, what you're going to write about. Is there any timeline you have to decide?
Well, the topic is due tomorrow. The topic is due tomorrow, and then the rest of the paper is spaced throughout the year. So, the outline will be due in a few weeks, and the
Yes.
first paragraph, and
Yeah,
so on and so forth.
I see. And then even if you say something to the teacher tomorrow, you can change it later?
Usually, yeah.
Oh, then
Yeah.
I thought, wow, tomorrow is the deadline. Okay, how about you?
I'm in the same class, so I'm doing the same paper. But I have decided my topic.
Yes, yes.
I'm doing mine on Baroque architecture, which is a form of religious architecture, in around the 16 to 1700s, that mostly the Catholic Church was doing, and I'm really excited about that. I really like architecture, so that's something that I'm really excited to write about.
So in the future, you want to go to architecture field?
I don't know if I want to go into the architecture field. I can't tell if it's something that I just want to do for a hobby or if I'd like to do it for my entire life.
Yes.
Another idea that I have for where I'm going is a psychology. So I'm taking a psychology class right now to see if it's something that I want to do. But next year I'm going to start college applications, and I should probably know by then. So I'm thinking about it. So I'm like thinking a lot about it right now.
That's right. Deciding what kind of major you want to study in the future, that's a big thing, don't you think?
Yeah, it is.
Yes. You have certain idea already?
Yeah, the idea is what I really want to do is I really want to take I want to minor in sign language.
Language.
Yeah, I'm learning that right now, and I would love to be an interpreter.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and then but I don't think I want to do that for my I don't know if I want that to be my career or just a side thing that I want to do. But I'm really interested in psychology. I want to be a psychologist.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, when you say psychologist, I think there are two different fields. Number one, you will be a scholar type of thing, and number two, you will be a kind of people who can help other people.
Like a therapist.
Therapist. Which way are you thinking about?
I would really like to do research, so sort of the scholarly direction, where I would probably get like a master's degree,
Yes.
in a particular focus. I'm
Mhm.
really interested in developmental psychology, so how people grow up and like what's happening to their brains in childhood.
Yes.
And then I would love to do some sort of like organized funded research on it for a career, but again, I am not 100% sure.
Yes. Well, then I'm sure you are familiar with this term ADHD.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, I didn't know, but I think I am ADHD in some point
Yeah.
because I couldn't concentrate on things, and then my memory was very bad at school.
Yeah.
I couldn't. It was very difficult for me to memorize.
Yeah.
And then usually when you have a test, you the ability of memorization is a key point.
Yeah, people who have ADHD, school is like the opposite environment. People
Right,
yeah.
right, yeah. Well, I didn't know until recently I was like that. So I was kind of shocked and then also relieved.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good to know that there are other people who have like the same experiences.
Yes, that's right. And then this word ADHD, like 10 years ago, I
Yeah.
never heard. I mean, of course existed, but people didn't talk about it.
Yeah, that's really one of the big reasons I want to be a psychologist, so that I can like make sure we're taking like more obscure like mental health diagnoses
Yes.
and making sure people know about them so people can get help and support if they need it.
Yeah, that's right. You want to say something, right? Go ahead.
I'll say about my
What?
nothing.
What do you
Nothing. About why I love acting so much.
Yes, yes, please tell us.
Um, well, it's just because like making films so people can see them, and like I like being like I like the idea of being seen in like a movie or something, and just the idea of acting, it just like my life just sort of calls for it.
Wow, my good. How old are you?
8.
8, and then you already know.
I know what to do.
It was Marvel movies that made you really want to act.
Yeah, it was Marvel. It was this. I think that it was Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel, who's someone who she's
Superhero.
it's a superhero survive in space.
Yeah, and then this superhero, he helps people.
Yeah, it's actually a she.
Oh, she?
Yes. And she actually saved Iron Man from almost dying from losing the air in what was it, Infinity War?
I don't know.
I think so.
Marvel is a popular set of superhero movies. It's a universe. It's where they design the universe and all of these characters are connected.
It's still going on.
Yeah, there are lots and lots.
They're definitely making a movie like right now.
Oh, I'm not talking about a movie, but TV show or no? No, not TV show.
TV show.
Actually, some TV shows called like, for instance, What If?
Mm-hmm. What if?
Like, it's about like what would happen if this happened.
Yes, but you were saying there are many movies?
Yeah, there are hundreds.
There definitely is not hundreds.
There's
It's about 40.
it's
It's a lot of work.
my favorite set of movies is Spider-Man.
Oh,
Is your favorite superhero?
Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man, because I just like the idea of the costume and inventing like web shooters that are and the webs are strong enough to carry him when he whips toward buildings. Like enough to like bring something towards you just with the web. And I just like the idea of being able to stick on walls. Like all the superpowers of the spider, and all the actors of him are really just amazing.
Amazing. I agree with you. Well, Tilden, it's amazing. Somebody like you knows what you want to do because usually people don't know.
I don't even
that.
know.
Yeah. So I think that's just wonderful. Oh, excuse me. I'd like to say something in Japanese. So one moment, please, okay? たくさん説明したいんですけれども、そのうちの一つは、彼は、ティルデンは、スーパーヒーローの、映画なんかを見て、それに影響されて、自分はそういう、俳優の道に進むぞ、あるいは映画を撮る道に進むぞって、もう心の中にしっかりとそういう願いがあるんだそうです。素晴らしいですよね。もっとお話を聞きたいんですけれども、今日はこの辺で終わりにして、またいつか来てもらいましょうね。それでは今日は終わります。Would you say goodbye to everybody?
Bye.